Welcome to week 6 of the California Stoners Fantasy League podcast with, as always, your host, to my right, Mr. Mike Bogart, the champ himself. To my left, we got a special guest host today, the one and only Mr. Cal Al, Stevie B. You already know, and as always, Knowledge the GOAT right here for you.
Saturday edition.
Yep, we got a Saturday edition right now. We're recording this a little bit late. We had some stuff, personal shit popping off. We weren't able to get here till today, but either way, we're just going to ignore the Thursday night game like it didn't exist. We'll get to that.
It really didn't.
It really didn't
exist.
It was pretty horrible. So you already know how we started. We're going to get right into the recap, week 5 recap in a joint because we're some stoners and some fools.
Trying to hit my 5-hour energy.
So, another week, another weekend. A lot of teams put it down. A shout out to Marcus Mariota right off the tip. I'm sorry, not him. Teddy B. I'm all lost. Shout out to my boy Teddy B. He got hurt in the first play of the game. Got me a goose egg, That one hurt my heart right there. Losing's hard. So, finally, we got a loss. Undefeated team, no more. My partner right here finally copped his first loss. It was a tough game. He had himself a chance to win it, but didn't quite work out. So no more undefeated teams in the league. Everyone's got a chance, and everything's still pretty tight. A lot of 2 and 3 teams, a lot of 3 and 2 teams.
Second place.
A couple people 4 and 1. There's 3 teams 4 and 1. Everyone's still close. We still got a lot.
My 4-1's better.
It's real tight. But I'm gonna break down some win streaks right now going on. So I was looking through the teams. We haven't done this yet on our recap. So 3 teams we got right now on win streaks, and we got 3 teams on losing streaks. I didn't count anybody that was on like a 2-game win streak or a 2-game lose streak, because that's kind of like you're just getting your footing. You know what I'm saying? But for the win streaks, we got Nick, you know what I'm saying? Team Nick Munoz out here, still on his run, trying to get his first championship. He's on his way, and that's 3 in a row for him. Saquon Barkley's coming through for him. He's got people fucking doing their thing, and he's winning games, and he's keeping it up. Got to give it to him. The next team we got, shout out to this team, because we don't ever talk about them. I don't think we ever really talk about his team. You look at it, and on paper, it's just not very good to me. But shout out
about?
The Butcher. The Butcher.
I was gonna have you.
The Butcher.
I was gonna guess.
The Butcher is coming. You know what I mean? He's out here at 3-win streak right now. He's won 3 in a row. He's sitting in
He scored the most points last week too, at
152. 152 last week. Dominated on the boards last week. He's in 4th place. I don't know how he's doing it, but he's GMing the shit out of that team that doesn't look too good on paper, but for whatever reason, he's stacking up them wins. So shout out to you, Butcher. You're killing it. And the next team right here, we got in studio today, our co-host, Mr. Cal Al himself, on a 3-game win streak. He's making some good moves. You wouldn't know he's on a 3-game win streaks if you watched the games on Sundays with him like I do. You'd pretty much think he's 0-5 by how pessimistic he is.
This guy will be winning by like 50 points.
He's just hella mad. Oh, I lost already. It's over.
I lost.
It's over already. So he's got himself a 3-game win streak, and it's looking good. And we got a couple losing streak teams right now that need to get themselves a win this week, shift it into gear, do whatever they need to do, figure it out, pray to the fantasy gods, go out there and cut a chicken's head off, maybe a couple ducks, sacrifice something, because my boy Bo Loco, why did so many people score so many points on you? You're out here, your team, the opposite of Butcher, his team looks great on paper.
Bo Loco actually had the highest points in the loss at 119.76, so
wow,
pretty rough for him.
Yeah.
See, he can't catch a break. Every week, I'm pretty sure he has the most points scored against him through the whole entire year so far. Where's he at? Go down. You have to scroll down for right there. He's 718 points against him. Nobody else is even in the 700 range mark.
No.
So that's ridiculous.
No.
Every time everyone shows up against Bo, everyone just wants bragging rights against Bo.
The closest number is 622.
So that's almost 100 points. He's been scored on about 100 points more than the next closest player to him. So
And I'm hoping the trend begins still.
continues.
Going,
I'm guessing
playing
you're
him.
playing him this
Yes,
week?
I'm playing him.
Well, thanks. Speaking of people on bad trends that are your opponents, the next person on the list is B4 Zaya with a 3-game losing streak, and he happens to be playing me this week. I could really use a win. Didn't look too good. As I started it out, I'm a little rough in my quarterback spot right now. I'm not listening to my own advice right now. Don't follow me on the quarterbacks. I'm having a rough go, but hopefully I can turn this around.
Don't play Wentz.
The rest of my players can go ahead and come through for me this week, and I can get my shit together with my quarterbacks next week.
You think your team
But-
went down the toilet this week? Or you
No,
still got a chance?
I still got a chance. I'm only projected right now to lose by 45% chance of winning. You know,
You still got a chance.
He's only got me by like 5 points on the projection.
I always say if
my
the-
team is stacked. I just got to get my
If
quarterback.
the
right.
projections are 10 and under, it's more 50-50 than you think.
And the next one we got right here, the last one on the losing streak. This one is actually not too much of a surprise to me, as I wasn't a big fan of his draft, but he's still been putting up high numbers for the losing streak and for how bad I thought he had drafted. He is putting up good numbers, and he does have a really good shot of winning this week with Henderson and a couple other people. Dark Raiders is on a 4-game losing streak, so that's pretty rough. He won the first game, and he lost his second one while scoring a lot of points. So he looked good sitting at 1-1, and he's just had a bad run the last 3 games.
He picked up
Injuries.
He picked up Jacoby Myers,
Which is a great pickup. Jacoby
Yeah.
Myers is no, he
he-
didn't. Wait, I got
No,
Jacoby
that's-
Myers. That's his kicker, bro. That's his kicker.
Jacob Myers.
Jacob
yeah,
Myers. I got Jacoby
Well,
Myers.
he did pick
I
up.
picked, but
he did pick up Cade Arden,
and Curtis Samuels when
Yeah.
he had done, and Curtis Samuels kind of laid a dud for him this week, which is going to be rough for him.
He has
you know?
Tevin Coleman on
But,
his bench. It's interesting.
He actually just picked him up, I think.
Yeah.
Which is another nice pickup. So those are the teams on winning streaks and losing streaks right now. Good job to the teams on winning streaks. Keep that shit up. Keep your run going. Everybody on losing streaks, you guys gotta stop it. You know, hopefully get yourself some wins. Not this week, hopefully for Isaiah, since you play me. I could use a win. Sorry, Isaiah, but
Yeah, it's okay
you
right
know.
now, but a couple more losses and then your fantasy season,
Exactly.
your fantasy season,
Yep.
not over, but
It's-
it's not looking
Time to
good.
come back.
You gotta
No,
stay. You gotta
yeah,
stay
yeah.
around that. I'm trying to stay at that 500. 2
At
and 3
least,
isn't
yeah.
good for me. I need this win this week. Get back to 500 and start
2 and
over.
3 is not bad, though.
Start from scratch.
Not
You
bad.
know. So this week's special teams wizard goes to my opponent, Mr. Positive Chris. So he whooped my ass. You know what I mean? And he did a lot of it with his special teams. He got 35 points between his kicker and defense. And this year, more than any year for our league, we have some differences in the way we did the point system for the defenses this year. And it's different than it always has been. They are scoring more points than we are used to in previous years. So kudos to him for drafting the Bills defense and Justin Tucker, because it seems to be panning out for him this year. They are more valuable, especially defenses are more valuable than they were before. They are almost at the pace of like a good flex player if you can get a right
Yeah.
defense.
He
And
drafted
he
them.
drafted a
He
right
drafted
defense,
them.
and it's been panning out
He
every
drafted
week.
them.
It has kept him in games, you know. So shout out to the special teams wizards.
Chris is set out to show everyone that fantasy is luck.
Yeah,
And that's his mission. That's his mission.
And he's not doing too bad this year. He's
Yeah.
sitting at 3-2. He's in the playoffs as of now. So
And
shout out.
Chris owns him in fantasy.
Shout out to Chris. Yeah, I'll get there in a minute. You know what I'm saying? I'm not quite there yet.
I jumped Angel.
But-
It's so fucking.
The worst move of the week goes to, and this week, mind you, there wasn't any crazy moves that, like, on paper you look at it and like, why would you do that? But there was only one move that somebody did where they could have put somebody from their bench spot into their starting spot, and that would have won them the game. So the worst move of the week went to the champ himself right here, Mr. Mike Bogart. He went ahead and started Cortland Sutton, which doesn't sound bad, right?
No.
Number 1 receiver for your team, over Gabe Davis. But Gabe Davis went ahead and went off, and he got 30 points. And that would have won him the game.
Yeah, I went with Cortland Sutton because I was thinking, okay, Gabe Davis is coming off an injury. He might have a good game, but he might not. And if anything, Cortland Sutton's safe. So I'm like, you know what? I think Cortland Sutton gave me the most max points possible.
But check this out. This is where play matchups come so important. You have to. Every situation is different. In a normal circumstances, that would have been right.
I went for the
But
max points.
He knew. Looking
I
at
knew
your
this.
matchup,
We talked about this too.
He knew he was playing against Josh Allen. So anytime you have a chance to counteract somebody of a high caliber player that's that good of Josh Allen by putting in their wide receivers, then you do that, because if he has a good game and he's throwing touchdowns to everybody, there's a good chance your guys catching those touchdown points, counteracting those points. And if he doesn't do good, well, it's okay, because you kind of just blocked out your receiver for his quarterback. So it's the best chance of you stealing points, staying close within the matchup.
Yeah.
So for that reason, you probably should have went Gabe Davis over Cortland Sutton just this week in that incident, and that would have won you the game. But it happens.
I went for max points.
Yeah.
And I should have worried about beating my opponent, not having the most points.
So the GM of the week, on the same, keep it in the same game and the same outcome. The GM of the week goes to the prettiest, ugliest man you've ever met in your life, the one and only Mr. Al Borland, El Chimichancla Garza. You know, he came through. And
this was the Super Bowl.
He beat the only undefeated team. He knocked him off his pedestal. He came through off the top rope, threw the elbow at him. You know what I'm saying?
This is a Super
Gave
Bowl
him the
right
big
here.
boot to the chin.
Remember how when the Raiders beat the Cowboys on Thanksgiving? This is how he feels right now.
Okay, that's his game. And then the toughest loss of the week goes to yours truly, Mr. The Manipulators. Actually, that would be the team formerly known as the Manipulators. And the reason why I say that is because I was so confident I was going to win this week that I told Chris that I would change my name to Chris Owns My Fantasy Team if he was actually able to beat me. And so he took him upon himself to go ahead and just not even pay attention to if he had guys in his starting lineup that were out. He left a guy in at 6:30 in the morning that was not even in the game, that was out.
Wan'Dale Robinson.
I started out with an empty slot in his lineup, feeling real good, you know, like I was going to kill it. And then Teddy Bridgewater hits the field. Or two plays later, Teddy Bridgewater leaves the field.
And
I get 0 points from
play.
him. He gets 35 from his defense and kicker. Amari Cooper goes off.
And what else happens?
James
Conner gets hurt. Here comes Eno Benjamin.
James Conner gets hurt. I mean, Eno Benjamin didn't do great, but he would have got like a big old goose egg, which this guy started Eno Benjamin. I'm playing against guys like Brandon Bolden and Eno Benjamin, and he left a guy out of his opening slot, and he still managed to beat me. So that's the toughest week. It sucks to be me. It was rough, and that is your recap. You know what I mean? It was another week in the books. Next week, week 6 coming up right here. Tomorrow, we got we can't wait. It's about to pop off. We'll get into these topics right now. We're going to go ahead and start off with top shelf, middle shelf, or Snickle Fritz. And I'm going to go ahead and spit some names out. I'm going to tell you where they're playing at. And you guys are just going to go ahead and tell me whether they're going to be top shelf, middle shelf, or Snickle Fritz. Because we're weed smokers. You know, you don't want the Snickle Fritz. You need that top grade shit. Maybe if they're out of the top grade, you can get by with some mid grade until the top grade comes in, but you can't. We can't fuck with that Snickle Fritz, you know. So we're gonna go ahead and start off with Jerry Jeudy with my partner right here, Bogart. What do you say, Jerry Jeudy at Chargers Monday Night Football?
I haven't even thought of the player. His name.
These are gonna be off the flat. They do not know the players I'm gonna name. So this is all off the top. This is off the fly, and they're just gonna be, you know, spitting stuff out.
I think Jerry Jeudy has a chance to improve with the season going by, and hopefully Russ getting better. But with Russ I guess he has an injury, right? He's nursing an injury and trying to play at the same time. I don't give Jerry Jeudy. I don't put him. This is top shelf, low shelf.
Top shelf,
okay.
mid shelf.
Well,
I'm gonna this week. I'm gonna keep him in the mid.
I'm gonna keep him in the mid shelf.
What will he do this week?
I'm gonna keep him in the mid shelf.
Okay.
And a lot of people will probably put him on the bottom shelf because he's been not so where we drafted him and where we projected him to be, but against the rivalry, the Chargers on a Monday night, to say he is at his, to give him his medium average, isn't too crazy. You know what I mean? So, I mean, his average is probably about 10, 12 points. I'll give him about 8. You know what I mean? So, and that's what he got last game. So I think that keeps him middle. You know. So I think that'll keep him middle shelf.
All
But
right.
with caution, though. You know what I mean? With caution.
I would not mind if somebody put him at a bottom or stayed away from
Well, this
him
is
also.
my personal
But
opinion,
exactly.
Because
But,
I like
at the
Jerry
same
Judy.
time, I do understand the middle shelf ranking, and I'm not going
I haven't even thought of Jerry Judy at all.
That's
this
why
week.
I'm
know
hitting
what
you
I
with
mean?
so check this out. This segment right now, I'm hitting everybody with the name of somebody that is in a starting lineup on one of your teams. So I got 14 names right here, each one from every single person in our league's lineup. And they're in the starting lineup right now. That's where I plucked them from, the starting lineup. These guys don't know the names I'm saying. I'm just spitting them out, and they're just kind of without thinking about it, just off the feeling and who they're going off of, exactly where they're going to be, you know? So next we got Stevie B. What do you think? Christian Kirk at Indiana. You know, they're playing against the Colts.
Christian Kirk.
Christian Kirk.
We got Christian Kirk. He's coming off of his worst game of the season so far. I'm pretty sure he's 2 points only last week off of 3 targets. So it was a really bad game for him. Is he going to bounce back? What are you thinking? We got mid shelf, top shelf, or Snickle Fritz for him.
I would say, my opinion would probably be Snickle Fritz. I wouldn't trust him this week. Even the Cardinals haven't been, Jaguar haven't been playing that good. Terrence Lawrence, and they got playing the Colts, who he looks alright at times. So I would stick away from him.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, he's trending down.
Yeah, he has been trending down, and I would understand. You know, this is a 14-man league. Some people you might have to play him anyways, but just temper expectations. You heard it here.
And it
you
doesn't
know.
help that I'm playing against them this week. So.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So there's a little bit of extra spice on top of
Yeah.
that. I like it. All right, next we got Deontay Johnson at Tampa Bay. Deontay Johnson, wide receiver for the Steelers at Tampa Bay. What are we thinking here?
I got him.
Top shelf,
without even
mid
thinking,
shelf,
I don't even gotta look at nothing. I got him mid shelf. Because his target share is his target percentage is way too high for him to, no matter who he's playing, to be low shelf.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I understand. He's getting, except for one game, he actually had 4 targets, but I think that game was close. And the rest of the games, they've been trailing from behind, and he's got double-digit targets in every one of the games.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't done much with it, but he's
yeah,
getting the targets.
He's getting the targets.
They're going to
This
be
is a
playing
P-
from
this-
behind.
We are in a
Tampa Bay.
PPR, 1-point PPR league, so
Exactly.
that makes him really effective.
Okay.
And he's mid shelf, despite the Tampa Bay defense against them. He's going to get enough targets that
And
if
if
you
you get the new quarterback, he's gonna try to throw it to him a lot.
Yeah.
He's a veteran, so
and if he does
Trust when in doubt, trust the veteran.
and if he does give you a lower a lower game than what you think, then you can't be mad because he should be in your lineups every week.
All right, next we got Stevie B. We're going with James Robinson at Indiana. You know, that same game. Stayed in that same game, but with the running back.
James Robinson.
And he's been, his snap count is kind of
He's trending down.
started to go down a little bit more. He's not getting as many attempts. He went from
Yeah, last
11
few weeks he had only 40% snap count percentage. So yeah, I would say he's a mid-tier. Even though he only had 2 points last week and then 5 points. Well, no, 5 points last week and 2 points the week before that. But I think he might have a bounce back game, more points than that. But he's still as for a starting running back as mid-grade.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
a good match. It says it's a good matchup too.
Yeah, it is a good matchup. I understand it. I'm actually a little scared of most of the Jags offense right now.
Mm-hmm.
They've kind of sputtered. I just want to see them do good before I can really trust them in my offense. But if you have to play them, I totally understand. They have proven, especially James Robinson, that he is.
He's one of the
capable.
better running backs in
Exactly.
the league. It's just the team that in the situations.
Yeah. All right. Next we got Michael Pittman versus the Jags.
Michael Pittman.
That same game on the other side.
Michael Pittman.
At home versus the Jags.
At Jags. I'm gonna give him a mid-shelf. Well, I don't know the secondary and the Jags really that much, but I'm gonna give him a mid-shelf
With top 10
with top
potential.
With top potential. I mean, I guess like I like to say that that top shelf that fucking went to the mid shelf.
Okay. You got a new so you had it on the top shelf, but then you got a new batch of fire in, so they took that and moved it to the middle shelf, even though it's the quality.
It's still
shelf.
quality, yeah.
But
It's still quality.
Yeah.
You're gonna get
Okay.
you'll get your money for what you pay for it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
If you don't have enough cash and you need to spend a little bit down, you get the same height. You know what I mean?
The sleeper app has him projected at 14 points. That's the 13th ranked receiver this week. So
Yeah.
So that
It's just kind of
technically in our league that would make him our wide receiver 1, a low end wide receiver 1, as it's a 14-man league and he's the 13th ranked receiver. So
It's just I can't put him at the top tier because of I thought Matt Ryan would be able to do something.
It's the way
better.
their offense is
Matt
looked in a
Ryan,
whole.
yeah.
Their team in a whole has been really hard to read. It's hard to gauge the Colts right now, and it makes it kind of hard to trust all of their players. I guess right now, I would say Michael Pittman is the player on the Colts that I personally trust the most, and I still would have a hard time putting him in that top 10 lock load, top shelf fight.
Yeah,
he's gonna linger right now between that top of the mid shelf and the bottom of the top shelf somewhere. It's where I got him.
But rookie wide receiver Alec Pierce has been playing good.
He has been.
was the lead receiver for the
Last
week against the
He
Broncos.
did have the most.
Well,
targets too,
even when I was watching his targets and when Matt Ryan was throwing him the ball, he was throwing ducks, bro. It was horrible. It was like Alec Pierce was having to fall down forward to catch the ball and stuff. Like it was like he had to go over here. It was never like on him. It was always too short. It was like I don't know what's wrong with Matt Ryan, but Michael Pittman he's a superstar and he has the potential to boom.
All right, next we got Chris Godwin at Pittsburgh. What do we think?
Oh,
Stevie
Godwin.
B? Stevie B.
Oh, Stevie B. I'm all excited with that.
Yep, I know you because that's the first locked and loaded top shelf one probably. What do you got?
Yeah,
He's been playing mediocre
defense has
so
been
far
pretty much
since he got
trash.
back.
He's only played 3 games in the league so far this year. He played the first game, then he was out 2 games. In the last 2 games, he got 12 points. So, but like I said, they're good matchup. Hopefully, Tom Brady can do something. He is Tom Brady. So, I'm thinking more than 12 points this week, at least 15 probably. So, if that's what you think top shelf, then yeah, top shelf.
Yeah, I think he's going to be top shelf too. Probably he could get you. The sky's the limit. I think this could be his breakout game of the year, personally, because he had been hurt. This is his 3rd game back. He's getting better rapport. He's feeling more comfortable with his body, and he has a great matchup. Pittsburgh is just giving up an extreme amount of points.
But if they start smashing on the Steelers and before the game, like in the second quarter, then the snap count will go down.
Yeah.
Well,
But
yeah,
he's gonna-
but
in order
for them to do that, he's going to be a part of
He's
it.
gonna have to throw a touchdown.
There's no way he's
Yeah.
not going to be a part of it. Well, I mean, it's more likely than not.
Yeah.
So
And then
I'm very, very, very optimistic
Yeah,
looking ahead for the week.
all Bucs.
Lock them and load them.
All Buccaneers. Just
Yeah, good matchup. Exactly.
Rashard
Don't
White,
over question it.
Rashard White might even get some
Exactly.
time.
Yep. Exactly. All right. Next we got Jamar Chase at New Orleans Saints.
Jamar Chase.
Tougher matchup.
Tougher matchup. Whoa, let's see.
Saints have been pretty decent in
They are decent.
low scoring games this year.
I'm gonna keep shoot. I wanna say mids, but he's top shelf, bro. I'm gonna give it to him this week. My personal opinion that has like it's probably against the analytics.
I'm not that high on him, but you know me, I'm a little biased when it comes to him.
This is like my personal, has nothing to do with the whole podcast thinking as a whole. But yeah, I just wanted to give him a little bit different thinking on him. I really have I think he's gonna. Let's see, they got him.
They just had 12 targets.
12 targets, yeah. He's gonna boom.
And there's no Higgins.
Yeah.
So yeah, he should. I actually agree with that. As much as I'm not a huge Jamar Chase fan, if
Yeah.
he's going to come out here and put up good numbers, last week he only had 12 points off of 12 targets,
Yeah.
7 catches for 50 yards. I expect him to get more points than 12 points.
Yeah, more points
if
than
he's
12
getting 12 targets. And with no T Higgins, I
I
don't
can't-
see why he's not going to get that amount of targets.
The
again.
numbers will tell you to probably keep you mid, but he's Jamar Chase, and he's just one of those guys you start your starters.
Yeah.
So you start him. Stop
You're not going to mention. You're not going to
start
mention
your
Jamar
starters, and
Chase.
yeah.
We know that, but
So-
I actually think he will give you
Yeah,
top
like
tier
double
production.
digit- double
Yeah,
digit points
it's
every
more.
week.
It's I guess he's top shelf by default. I guess you could
Yeah,
say.
exactly. And
You know what
I
I mean?
think that the 12 points he got last week will be his floor
Yeah.
this week. I don't see him getting anything under
but
that.
it-
I think it'll be more like 20.
You're like, damn, Jamar Chase had a bad game today.
I don't see
with
why he
12
can't
points.
get you.
Yeah, I mean,
No. I think
that's his bad
I
game.
mean, if he
That's
gets
his
you,
bad game, Mom.
if he gets you 12 targets again, I see it more like 7 catches for 120 yards and a touchdown.
Well, this
You
was.
know what I mean?
I know this is off subject, but this was like the thing about. I was talking to you about Darnell Mooney during the game yesterday. I was like, bro, if this guy catches, he's getting the catch every possession.
Every possession.
He has to
throw
produce.
target. Yeah,
So that's
for
what I'm-
targets. He's getting a target every yeah.
possession.
So
So he
he's
has.
getting-
He has
He's
to.
catching points. He's getting something, and
So
he'll
that-
trickle his way down to a low production, but useful game.
Than more people,
Yeah.
most wide receivers. So
All right.
top shelf.
Next, Stevie B, we got Russell Wilson at the Chargers.
Russell Wilson. at the
Also
Chargers.
Monday Night Football. He's had a really rough start to the year so far. Has not done much except for against the Raiders.
Quarterback wise, yeah, I was calling him Snickle Fritz's. Oh yeah, you never know. It's a good week. It's rivalry AFC West, so those games are always like his first one. Besides the Raiders, he got 27 points against us, but hey, we're the Raiders. But I'm about to say mid-shelf for him this week. He might have an okay game. Same 17 points for a quarterback, something like that.
All right. Well, yeah, for him that would actually be his second best game in the season. So that would, I'm sure anybody that has Russell Wilson on their team will be pretty happy to get 17 points from him. But with the way that the quarterbacks have looked this year, who are you really going to put in their place? You know, I started Carson Wentz this week. He just got me 4 points. I started Teddy B the week before that. He left after the first game, got me 0 points. At least I'm moving in the right direction.
Yeah.
But, so yeah, all right. I like it. Russell Wilson at the middle tier. Next we got Adam Thielen at Miami.
Adam Thielen, he's always going to be a mid.
And
He's always going to be a mid.
He's got 7 targets the last 7 or 4 games, 7 or more targets.
He's always going to be mid shelf, and with the touchdown, he'd be top shelf every week.
All right, lock and loaded.
Yeah,
I
so
like
I don't
it.
even gotta say anymore.
Yep,
Yeah.
Adam Thielen. He's tried and true. You can.
When he
rely-
gets you a touchdown,
Yep.
he's going to be really, really good.
All right, Revo likes to hear that. I know he's got him in his starting lineup.
Mm-hmm.
So, shout out to the Butcher.
One of the better flexes. in the
3
league.
on his 3-game win streak right here. I feel like we don't talk about it. I just want to say
Yeah.
that again. Shout out to
Peace,
Butcher. What up? You never get talked about.
Yeah.
All right, and you're on a 3-game win streak, just sleeping through the league right now. Everyone's sleeping on him while he's collecting wins. All right, next we got Travis Etienne.
ETN.
Well, ETN, excuse me. At the Colts. What are you going? What are you thinking? Top shelf, mid shelf, or Snickle Fritz? You give you a headache, you're gonna put him in the lineup and you're gonna smoke him and then you're gonna get a headache.
Bogart over
Or-
here has him, and I'm gonna go with not because I want him to lose or anything like that, but Snickle Fritz this week. Travis Etienne, he's not looking like I hope. Yeah,
Plead my case right now.
I had him in a few other leagues, and I'm saying wishing it, but other than that, he hasn't been doing what I want. He rides my bench, so
He could ride yours too. All right.
I got some.
He's a Travis Etienne lover, so we'll just say he doesn't agree.
Travis Etienne.
Next on the list, we got MBS versus the Bills.
MBS.
Where's he gonna be?
MBS.
MBS, top, mid, or bottom?
Marquez Valdez Scantling. Mid shelf, kind of like how Jamar Chase was top shelf by default. He's mid shelf by default with Patrick Mahomes and all the targets he's getting. He's the number one receiver there. I'm starting to like him a little bit actually as like a flex option and a filler for your bye weeks. He had a really good game last week against the Raiders with 81% snaps, 8 targets, 6 receptions, 90 yards. And there's a couple of times where he was near the goal line when he got tackled too. And he always has potential to have a 15-point game, which is his highest game. But I think his floor is a solid, probably maybe 9-10. But Patrick Mahomes makes him mid-shelf, and his targets make him mid-shelf on one of the best teams in the league.
All right.
I don't know.
Next we got mid shelf. That's mid shelf. A lot of these guys are in that mid shelf range. I did not pick guys that are obvious stars that are gonna go there. I tried to pick guys where you were gonna have to kind of decide, and they could either go anywhere from mid to
I could tell.
up. You know?
I wanted to say everyone mid, but I didn't want to give you that answer.
Yeah. I'm giving you guys that could kind of go there or up or down. You know. Either good guys that got bad matchups or bad guys that got good matchups, or just
And that's why I couldn't tell you Jamar Chase is safe out of mid. No, he's a top shelf.
So,
you know what I mean?
Yep. Next we got Matthew Stafford versus the Carolina Panthers.
All right, well, Matthew Stafford's only got more than 12 points one time, so quarterback-wise, that's definitely Snickle Fritz. He's got playing a good matchup though at home against the Panthers.
Is this a bounce back week?
Yeah, actually I think it is. You know what I'm saying? So Cooper Kupp's gonna do what he does. He tore me up, and
Panthers allow the most points.
Stafford's gonna have a bounce back more than 12 points.
So Stafford's smoking that good stuff this week. Lock and load him. Bounce back week. He's on that top shelf. We like the way that sounds.
Panthers. I think they average
And the Rams can
30.
usually, honestly, use this. The way that their offense has been looking, they've been real stagnant. There's been something off, and they need to get their shit together. So hopefully, they get in there and they're able to get the ball moving and good things happen. All right, next we got Jeff Wilson Jr. at Atlanta.
Me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, fucking smash, bro. Jeff Wilson Jr.
Coming
off a 20 point game, 2020 vision last game, tearing up the Carolina Panthers. 17 attempts for 120 yards.
Like
wow.
that. Look at those.
Yeah.
Look at the attempts.
It's like attempts.
18 and 17 since he's 18, 12, 18, and 17 since he took over the spot. Nothing but double digits. 20 points the last game.
He's really. I got him. I like him as a really good mid shelf, but I'm gonna say top shelf.
I like it.
Against Atlanta, a horrible offense. Horrible defense. There's really not much for to say against. Look at the defense he's playing against.
The way the Niners run the ball, that's what we do. So I like it.
You might even get to play Tevin Coleman.
So Jeff Wilson, Baby Blunt, you know what I'm saying? Top shelf. You got yourself some top shelf.
He's so good that I don't gotta give you tell you.
All right, the last one we got right here to my left. I know this one hurts all three of our. I'm pretty sure all three. No, I don't know if you have any parts of him actually, but I know me and you do. I know he's your main man right now, and I know he's got you a little down. Mr. Jalen Waddle versus Minnesota Vikings. Where's he going to be at? Can we get a Waddle dance from him this week though? Not from who did his dance against him? I can't remember. It was the running back.
Was it
Michael Carter?
Was it Michael Carter? Who they play? He scored and he did the Waddle dance on him.
I don't know. I seen that.
What did Waddle do to you? You don't even cover him. You didn't even do it on him. What did he have to do with your touchdown run?
Well, they got a third string quarterback playing, so that doesn't help his efforts, his points and stuff, his stats and projections. So, and I got him on my team in multiple leagues. So, but he only got me 5 points the last 2 weeks. He was coming off a slight injury, but he's healthy now, they say. So, I'm just be optimistic and hopefully go with at least that mid tier. You know what I'm saying?
Mid tier, yeah. I agree.
All
Like,
right.
it's the quarterback there.
Yeah, you can't
Yep.
you can't fault him for that.
Yeah.
Someone's got to get the targets. Probably gonna let Tyreek Hill and
Yeah, I have him too, and I'm hoping my fingers, and I have to put him in a snickle fits this week because this is the way I look at it. If he gets me 10 points, I'm gonna walk away happy.
Mm-hmm.
So that doesn't tell me. I don't think he can give me 30 points with this backup quarterback.
So that's his
I don't think
ceiling?
I don't think there's enough room to feed both Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle without Tua there.
Yeah.
So
but
it's,
he's
and
now he's a starting quarterback in the NFL. So
and he's a little banged up.
you never know.
I mean, he hasn't done it the last 2 games, 5 points and 5 points, which has been extremely let down. And so I'm hoping I'm going to put it in my lineup
You have
because he's
to.
Jalen Waddle, and I'm hoping for like a 10-point game. I have him in a half a point PPR league. It's not a full point. It's a different league. So the value on that is a little bit less than the value in our league. Per catch.
He's like one of those. He's like one of those expensive lottery tickets.
Exactly.
Like the $25 ones.
Yeah.
You kind of you're wasting a lot of money, but you might win more money.
Exactly.
Like those little $1 ones, you're only.
I'm more confident I'm gonna hit
You
on
might
those.
get a hit, but you're gonna hit like $5.
a free ticket.
A free ticket, yeah.
And see again though, that's the way you're looking at it. But I honestly, until I see it, I'm not convinced Jalen Waddle can put up a 20-point game with Tyreek Hill there and this third
Yeah,
string
but we're saying it
quarterback.
doesn't matter. You have to play him.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, sure.
All
Entertainment. I actually do have to play him this week, but if Amon-Ra St. Brown wasn't on a bye, I would be benching Jalen Waddle and playing Amon-Ra St. Brown, and I have enough people in my depth on my team to bench him. I can shoot the bench. It just worked out that he's on a bye, and Chris Olave. I would play Chris Olave over Jalen Waddle. If Chris Olave plays this week, I will be benching Jalen Waddle and starting Chris Olave.
So Chris Olave over Jalen Waddle this week.
Well, I would put it on the board if he was there.
board.
Yes, put it on the board.
Yeah,
I got Chris
okay.
Olave over Jalen Waddle if he plays. Put it on the board.
Bet.
What was our other ones, real quick? We got now that was the last one in that. Before we get in the segment, let's break down our put it on the boards. I think we got Will Dissly and the.
No, I
got Will Dissly will outscore.
No, was it Will Dissly?
I thought Who was it? Who do you
Irv
have?
Smith.
Irv
Irv
Smith.
Smith.
There we
He
go.
got Irv
I got
Smith.
Irv Smith will outscore
Zach Gentry.
Zach Gentry this week in fantasy football.
I say Gentry, the backup for the Muth, is going to get hella targets from the rookie that needs a security blanket, and he's going to score more than Irv Smith.
Put it on the board.
But I got to play Irv Smith. I don't know. But then I'll play Gentry in the other league.
Yeah, he's playing Irv Smith though, so we'll see what he really believes, you know. And then what was the other one? Oh, a bold. I got a bold. Put it on the board. I say that Jared McKinnon is going to outscore CEH this week.
Oh, okay. I disagree with that one.
I disagree with that
Boom,
one,
put it
too.
on the board. That's more of a bold type prediction.
Can I give you one more?
Go ahead, spit it out. Let's hear it.
Darrell Henderson is going to have the best game of his season this year.
Top 5.
Let's go.
Top 5
Let's
running
go.
back. He's gonna finish the top 5 running back. You know anything?
Harry and the Hendersons.
If you know anything about this league, we love us some Darrell Henderson.
Let's go.
Good old Sasquatch.
Henderson.
All right, moving right into our next segment. This is called Either Or. Now, I just got 3. I'm going to talk about 3 people's flex spots in the league. I'm going to name one person either or. The guy you got started in your flex spot and another guy you got on your bench. And these guys are going to say who they would rather start if that was their option. So, we're going to go ahead and go with first. Would you rather either or? Okay, for your flex, either or. Romeo Doubs at home versus the Jets, or Mike Boone at the Chargers?
I'm gonna go with Boone at the Chargers for he's gonna have more. He's gonna touch the ball a lot. That's
Okay.
why. But Dobbs could have a boom game. But I'm gonna go with the safer floor.
I'll go with Dobbs
Okay.
over Boone because it's 3 back. They got the Tavis Murray's gonna play a little bit too, so it's 3 running backs. Aaron Rodgers, he's looking like he likes Dobbs and goes to him quite often.
All right.
That's good.
I'm actually gonna go with.
I could either go either way.
I'm gonna go with Boone. Also, actually, the Packers are playing the Jets at home. I believe that they're like an 8-point favorite to win, which means they're going to be playing from the lead most of the
Yeah,
time.
yeah, bro.
They're going to be running the ball a lot. I think it's going to be a huge game for Aaron Jones and
A.J.
AJ Dillon. And then I believe Melvin Gordon is banged up, probably not going to play. So if he doesn't, then it'll just be
Even limited.
And then either way, I feel like Boone is kind of a change of pace type back, and he does something different than both the styles of Melvin Gordon and Latavius Murray. And I feel like Latavius Murray and Melvin Gordon will cut into each other's touches, and Boone is going to get whatever they're going to give to Boone because of the style of player that
I'm
he
not
is.
too excited about it because I don't really like Boone as an actual. He's an average football player.
Yeah.
I think. You
No,
know what I mean?
I
But he's in a
understand.
position. He's in a
Exactly.
position to give you points.
So, all right. And then next we got Garrett Wilson at Green Bay or Juju Smith versus the Bills at home. We'll go with you first.
I'll go with Gary Wilson on that one. This is Zach Wilson's third game back. He might have more chemistry with him now. This is his third game back. So then Juju playing the Bills. I know it's going to be a high-scoring game and whatnot, but I just think it's going to go to other people, not him. It's like he's scoring no touchdowns.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Gary Wilson has a chance to get multiple
I like-
touchdown games.
I like Garrett Wilson as a player better, and I'd probably rather have him on my team. But for this week, I'd rather play Juju.
Okay. And I actually agree.
That's just the floor. I hate to say that I don't like Juju.
Go over to Juju. I actually agree with Mike on this one with Juju for the simple fact that Vegas has the Bills versus the Chiefs as the highest over-under of, I think, maybe the entire year. But it's a huge over-under, like 60 points or whatever. It should, and we all know they're the two most potent octane offenses in the NFL with the Chiefs and the Bills. It's going to be a high-scoring game. Over the last 3 weeks, Juju Smith-Schuster's got 8 targets in each game. He's on there for 86% of the snap share last week. And I just feel like there's a lot of room for him to eat. You know, it's going to be a high-scoring game. And when you're getting that many targets, I don't know, like, even though other people are going to get it, I still feel like he'll get, with 8 targets, he has to be in there somewhere, you know. And for that reason, I think Garrett Wilson kind of has been a little bit lost in the offense as of lately. His targets have gone down. He hasn't really built a rapport with Zach Wilson. He was doing a lot better when Joe Flacco was still the quarterback there. So for those reasons, I'll lean towards
It's not too far
Juju
apart.
this week. But I do agree. I would rather have Garrett Wilson as my on my team for the long run over Juju. But for this week, I would also start Juju. All right, next we got Donovan People-Jones versus New England or Tony Pollard at Philly.
Tony Pollard.
Oh, that was quick.
Tony Pollard.
Oh, that was quick. All right, Tony Pollard, really quick, really easy, really unanimous. We're not even going to elaborate any more on that. I don't know who the hell would be starting Donovan People-Jones in their starting lineup, but whoever you are, you should probably go and take him out of your starting lineup.
If you were to ask me, I know he's not on this team, but if you were to ask me the same running back and the other running back in the same team is Zeke versus People-Jones, that'd be like, whoa, I don't know.
Yeah,
You know what I
well,
mean?
because People-Jones, we clown on him, we tease him, but if you look, he actually is getting targets. He's been getting targets. He has his up and down games of putting up some numbers of like 9 to 10 points.
It's like
every
what I
now
was
and
talking
then.
about this Scantling earlier.
Exactly,
Like
exactly.
that.
So we're talking about those guys. You know, we're saying Juju, play Juju over Garrett Wilson, but then we're clowning on Peoples-Jones when they're kind of doing the same thing in targets. I just like their offense a lot more. I trust Patrick Mahomes way more than I trust
Jacoby
Brissett. So that's just where I'm at, and then.
It seems like you trust Carson Wentz more than Jacoby Brissett. Because Jacoby Brissett has like double-digit points every week so far.
Oh yeah, I definitely do.
Could've got it.
I did that wrong, but I did play Jacoby Brissett once, and he did shitty.
Well, not shit, 0
Brothers.
points.
He got me 8, so it's the same thing.
When? Not last year, time out?
What do you mean? Last year? No, I played him
Layup.
3 weeks ago. All right, next segment. I don't know what you're doing over here. Jesus.
Brotherly love. Let's
No,
go.
look at this guy. Where are we at? I don't even know. I'm all flustered. I don't even know. Go ahead. Take over the show, Stevie. Where are we at next? I forgot. What's the next topic? Do your thing right here. We got Stevie B's topic since he knows his son. He's hating on my picks.
I'm here my first time.
We got-
We're talking. That's what we do.
We got Stevie B's Kryptonite. So he's gonna be hitting you with people that he doesn't like. You know what I'm saying? That he thinks that are gonna be kryptonite for your team. So probably just like Wentz and all my bad picks are kryptonite for my team. Should have went with Brissett. You know what I'm saying? Stevie's got some more kryptonite for your team.
All right. First one I got is for. Let's see, where is it at? For Mr. Cucino, Jeremy McKinnon. I don't think he's gonna have a very good game this week. He has kryptonite for his team. Playing the Bills, they got a really good run defense. I know it's supposed to be a high-scoring game, but I don't think it's gonna do much for his team. It might be the kryptonite for his team. It might cost him an L, might not.
All right.
Another one. Let's see, what was the other one? Before Isaiah. Yeah, Miles Sanders against Dallas. Dallas got good run defense. They're playing. They're playing at. I don't know. Yeah, they're playing at home though, so that makes up. Might be good for them, the Eagles. But yeah, Miles Sanders might not have a good game against Dallas. That's another one.
All right, yeah, I like it. Especially Carson Wentz does a lot of the running there. They use different running backs.
Jalen Hurts?
Sorry.
You got Carson
Dang,
Wentz
I got
on your
Carson
mind?
Wentz on my mind right now. Thanks, Stevie. I'm all just like, Carson Wentz, why'd you do me like that? I like Carson Wentz, though, and he just did me bad.
I don't
Sad.
know.
Sad,
Wentz,
sad.
you deserve the Wentz.
I deserved it. I deserved
You
it.
deserve it. Call me next time for the game.
I should have just... He should have just threw the ball more. I thought he was going to actually have a better game.
I'm gonna pull up the list of quarterbacks I would have told you to start over him. We don't got that kind of time.
We don't
right
got
now.
that kind of time. Where are we at, Stevie?
Yeah, I don't know. What's the other one?
You didn't write it down. All right, well, I guess those are it right there. You got two for you, you know what I'm saying? Stevie's Kryptonites, don't start those guys. They probably won't come through for you. And next we're going to go ahead and go to Bogart. We got Bogart's hot takes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. My first hot take is I got Travis Etienne to be a top 15 running back and to even get a touchdown catch this week. So that's my prediction this week. You guys,
Opposite of what you said.
I got Travis Etienne. Let's see, he's got 53% of the snaps. What is he? He had 53% of the snaps last week, and James Robinson had 47% of the snaps. Travis Etienne had 16 catches, and I think it's 16 catches within the whole year. James Robinson has 8 catches in the whole year, and James Robinson's touches are going down, and this is going to give Etienne more time to get touches and eat. And he's been trending up for the past few weeks. I mean, he had a bad game with that last week, but that was against the Eagles. Everyone's going to have a bad game against them, you know what I mean? But he had 10 carries for 71 yards last week, and then last week James Robinson had 10 carries for 27 yards. So I honestly think that this might be the near the end of James Robinson, which he still might be okay for you. But I got back to Travis Etienne. I got him as a top. My hot take is a top 15 running back, and he's gonna get I got him to get his first catching touchdown this week.
Oh, I like it.
Maybe about his high ceiling about 18 points.
So he's gonna have his best fantasy point.
His
best fantasy point of the year.
his ceiling maybe like 18 points.
So you got him,
know what I mean?
you got him hitting his
His
ceiling.
floor will be probably a decent 10.
No, well, you got him highest fantasy point of the year.
Yeah, I got him. Yeah,
I like it.
but he's safe to play. What
Yeah.
I'm trying to say.
Got it.
Okay. Okay, and my next hot take is I just wrote these like right before the show. That's why I'm like kind of trying to remember everything. I got Eno Benjamin to be a top 10 running back this week against I believe it was the Seattle Seahawks, and he came in last week and got a 15-point game after James Conner got hurt, and I think it's going to be a pretty high-scoring game, and they're going to be going at it, and Eno Benjamin's going to eat with pretty much catches, and I got him to be up there. He should be better than like Najee and like I think I even got him projected better than maybe even Joe Mixon this week. That's kind of bold. That's kind of bold, but you know what I mean.
I like it.
But that just to see you
to show you
how
where
much.
he's at.
Yeah, I like him. Yeah, you know what I mean. And then my next hot take. I got maybe Eno Benjamin to get you 15 points too. That's just like a dart throw right there. Okay, my next hot take is Deion Jackson is gonna be he should be in your lineups, especially with all the buys coming up and people getting hurt. He's gonna be a solid flex for you guys this week. We just got news that Jonathan Taylor is not gonna be playing like an hour ago, and last week
neither is Nyheim Hines.
And Nyheim Hines is gonna be out too, and he does have a good matchup against the Jacksonville Jaguars.
And he's proven that he can carry the load.
He
produced. He got 13 points last week
against a tough Denver defense.
58% snap share.
Yeah.
And that was when Hines was still there before he went out.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't want to give a point total or position where he's gonna be at, but he should be in your lineups with all the buys, and he could be a flex for you. Maybe a low end RB2.
Maybe a game winner.
Maybe, yeah.
I like it.
And play Darrell Williams.
All right. Oh, Darrell Williams. The squash.
Not Darrell Williams, Darrell Henderson. Darrell Henderson.
Oh, yeah.
Darrell Henderson.
Squash.
Darrell Henderson. Play Darrell Henderson.
All right. Next we got the bold predictions. All right. You know how we end it. We always end it with bold predictions. The knowledge is picks of the week with the joint. That's how we roll. We're going to go ahead and hit you with something hot right now. Make sure you come back to this bold prediction segment because you already know we always be hitting them. Last week he hit his hard. What'd you go with? The receivers, Lockett and Metcalf. They both balled out for you. He let you know. I went with Terry McLaurin as a top 15. He was a top 25. He got you 12 points. Was in a 14-man league. That's still top wide receiver 2. Still good enough to start. Came through it close enough. He really hit. I almost hit. Either way, you know our bold predictions are right there locked on. Go ahead and start it off this week with our guest host right here, Mr. Stevie B himself.
My bold prediction is that I tried to get him, but he was snaked up. Taysom Hill is going to do better than Travis Kelce this week.
Ooh.
Taysom
That makes him like a top 3?
Yeah, it has to be at least top 3.
At least.
You know what I'm saying? And then I will go ahead and give my next. My bold prediction I'm going with is all 3 of the Bills wide receivers this week will finish with double-digit fantasy points. You can play all 3 of them. They're all 3 going to be in your lineup. Play them all 3. If you have all 3 on your team, put all 3 in your starting lineup. Pair them up with Josh Allen if you want and still win your game.
He's bold.
I'm telling you, all 3 of them got you. They're going to come through for you this week. And that's how we're doing it. We're going to go ahead and go into Knowledge's Picks of the Week.
Hey, where's my bold?
Well, Stevie,
You didn't
get one?
No, I didn't
I'm
get
sorry.
one.
Well, wait.
Well, I mean, this was kind of...
Well, I thought we were done with the whole picture.
This one was, we kind of, I was having trouble with this, so we kind of agreed upon it. So, and
Okay. Oh, you stayed with the...
I stayed with the
I like it. Okay.
Nick Chubb, what was he? I say 12 points under to give myself a cushion.
Yeah, I want to be spicy and say single digits. Because
Yeah.
if you play Chubb and he gets you 12 points, you can feel like a winner if you said single digits.
Yeah, I gotta be bold.
You know what I mean? That's extra bold.
Yeah.
Be extra spicy on it. You know?
Yeah.
I just hit 3 receivers on the same team to ball out.
Yeah.
One, you know, if you
So
didn't go there.
That's basically Chubb outside of the top 10.
I mean,
It
further
should
than
be.
that,
Yeah, it should be.
single digits, he should be outside of the top 15.
Yeah.
At that range, I mean, hopefully there's 15 running backs that score more than 9 points. 10 points.
9 points.
Well,
Yeah.
9.99.
I'm gonna stick with it.
You know,
I didn't-
9.99 or less.
I was going through them right now, seeing if I could think of one, and nothing hit. So you know what I mean. I needed a little bit of help, and I agreed. We're
Yeah.
gonna do this. We're gonna do this.
All right.
We're gonna go with it.
The other one he splashed you that he was thinking of was the Daryl Henderson, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
he didn't feel right saying top 5, but we'll throw that out there. Look
Daryl
out for Daryl
Henderson.
Henderson to be around that top 5 mark. You know what I
Sleepers,
mean?
right? Danny Dimes this week too.
Oh, yep.
Shoot.
Hey, we're hitting them with all the gems right now. Stevie B, you want to spark that joint or that, whatever that thing is, and we'll get into knowledge picks of the week. As always, you want to be on the list because you want to win your games. And if you're on the list, you have a better chance of winning the games. Is always 75% or better right. We're going to go ahead and continue on with the streak. We're going to say the first one I'm going to pick right now is the game of the week. I feel it's close. I'm actually going to give this as the upset of the week, as this person is supposed to lose, and it's very close. I almost agreed and went the other way, but I went ahead and went Cal out right here. He's going to get himself another win, continue on his win streak to 4, which is going to be good for his team. And then we got Just Win Baby hitting off, putting my man right here on a 2-game losing streak for the first time. It's going to be tough. He's got himself good on paper, you know. Bo has got himself a really good on paper team. So we got to just crazy.
My stars are gonna show out.
He thinks the stars are going to show out, but I broke everything down, and I'm pretty sure I like overall.
I guess you.
I
I don't want to bag on both teams, but I'm just trying to give myself a case.
I went with Bo's team this week. I got to be true to my callings, you know. Next, right here, we got the dirty boy himself, the one and only. He goes like that and just takes a big old whiff of the butt when he can. The dirty boy, Mr. El Cachino himself, gonna get another win
That's a pretty close projection.
and give himself a nice little fucking. Yeah, I know, but I don't understand how Chris can do it. Like, I just don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, I don't know how he was able to beat me last week. So I could see how.
You want me to give you? I don't have time for that.
So next we got
Call Miss Cleo.
Mr. Baby Blunt. About to get himself a win. We just went out there, broke it down, did some breaking down. Who else did we say? You got yourself, who did he have in his lineup that we loved? Himself a starter, a stud? I don't know. He has somebody that's top shelf. Jeff Wilson. Jeff Wilson's going to carry you to victory this week. All right. Next, we got Mr. Ested. 8-5. And Ested is also on the low. He's took some rough losses.
Yeah.
You know?
Close wins too.
And he has some close wins. All his games are tight, and he's right there. He's nobody to be slept on. He's got a team that can go up against anybody's team any given week because he's got that combo of Lamar Jackson and Mark Andrews. So you can never sleep on him.
Keep your notifications on, Esther. Jonathan Taylor just got they said he was diagnosed to he was downgraded to out like an hour ago.
Oh, yep.
If you notice, he's still on the board. Yeah, Stevie took Deion Jackson.
Oh, yeah, you could have got him. See, that could have screwed my predictions right there. I might have to. I'll circle back to this one right here on the app. I'll text you guys if I change my mind.
Mm-hmm.
But that was breaking news. That came in after I made my.
Yeah.
And I expected Jonathan Taylor to play.
Yeah. They said he was practicing. He practiced. He didn't practice all week. Practiced 2 days, and then he said he's not going to play.
So next we got Team Moon Yos. You know what I'm saying? So basically, he's gonna go on another win. Another win. He's on his way. I keep trying to find him to lose, but I'm a sucker for his running back combo. So I can't really fucking hate on his running back combo. Nick.
Oh yeah.
I'm a big fan of the Barkley McCaffrey fucking
McCaffrey has a
duo
bad
we got.
matchup.
Yeah, I fucking could have had Barkley on my team. Fucking passed them up for
Killing
fucking
it.
Connor.
And
Everybody passed the ball.
last but not least, okay? Not only
I don't know if I would've done
not
that.
only is this person GOAT of a GM going to win his game, he's gonna get comeback of the week after only getting 4 points from his quarterback, and he's still gonna win his game. You know what I'm saying?
That's a whole 4 more points
So,
than last week.
That's a whole 4 more points than last week. He's moving on up.
Probably
So-
ain't that much more than the other week before either.
You know what I'm saying?
Ain't that much less.
No, it was a lot more. You know, I had like 26 that week. I started Carson Wentz and I got me
Carson
26 points. What'd you do to me? What'd you do to me this week, Carson? But
Playing
you
on
know,
Thursday night?
so you know how it goes. That's the fantasy. That's how we roll around here. Keeping you locked and loaded with all the dopest shit. You know? Damn, Stevie, you're just gonna come through my throat like that, at the jugular.